So now, what I'm going to discuss that claims management in ASP.NET Core Identity. So if you look at the table, right, in the database, by default, ASP.NET Core Identity provided us two tables to manage the claims data. One is user claims, where it is going to store the claims specific to user. Another one is role claims, where it is going to assign the claims to role. So what is the use of a role-based claims? What is the use of a user-based claim? When to use what? How to implement claim-based authentication and authorization? What we will discuss in the next, tomorrow. But before that, what are the claims that what our application is going to support? And the claim master table, does we have any master table or any table is provided by identity to manage the claim master data? No. So basically, first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to create a claim master table, how you can manage the multiple claims for your application. So that topic what you discussed right currently, that claim-based authentication and authorization. So we are also going to implement in our application. But before that, let us start understanding what is a claim is, how we can create a claims master table in our identity database, how we can manage the claims identity, right? Claims information in the database. So what is claim? Can anybody tell me what is claim? What is a claim? Claim is nothing but it is a piece of information about a user. So whenever I'm talking about the user, that the user can have different kind of right information. What are the information? So the user can have some kind of identity claims. Identity claims means what? Now the username, the user email, the user date of birth, phone number, gender. These are nothing but your identity claims, and these claims we are not interested for, because that database users table, right? The users table what we created, this information already stored there. So claim means what? Now, see, claim means all this information, every information related to a user is nothing but a claim. But in our application, what we are going to do is we are going to store the information. We are going to store the additional user information which is required for the purpose of authorization decision. For the purpose of authorization decision in the sense what? Now, if this information are already stored, well and fine. If not stored anywhere, then what I need to do? I'm going to store this information as claims. And this claims information can be used at the time of taking or at the time of making authorization decision. How? We'll see. But before that, let us proceed and understand what are the different types of claims and how we can manage claims in our application. So different types of claims means identity claims, which is going to store this information. Role claim, already we are having this role management. So we are not going to use this identity claim because that user table is there. We are not going to store this roles claims because that roles table is also going to be there. Can we create some permission or authorization claims? Yes. So in authorization claims means what? What, right? Even though the user belongs to admin, so some of the admin user can they can do operation one, two, three. Some of the admin user they can only do the operation one. Some of the other admin user they can only do the operation two and three. So how you can manage this thing? For example, one admin recently one HR joined to your organization. So one experienced HR person is there. He know what all functionalities available. But a new joinee is there without doing proper, right, what I can say, training. Can I give access to all the features? No. Even though he is a HR user, but I cannot give all the features to him. Because why? Why? Because he might be misuse some of the features. If he is not or she is not aware about all the key features, then providing the full access, complete access doesn't make any sense. So in that case, what we need to do, we need to create the HR user with some less privileges feature and give them access. And once he become proficient, pro, then only we need to give them full access. So how we can do this thing in our application? For that purpose, what we need to do, we need to create some kind of a permission and authorization claims. some right customer business related claims. For example, if you say in Hotstar or in Amazon, so there are a different kind of a subscription level, different kind of HR department. So if the user having the department HR, then he can do this operation. If not HR, he cannot do this operation. If the subscription level is premium, then he can access all the feature. If the subscription level is standard, he can access limited feature. Similarly, some kind of security related claims, if you want to store, for example, is two-factor authentication enabled? Is the user active? Is the email confirmed? Right? Based on which you can decide whether to continue or not. So this information you can also store. So simply in simple word, if someone asks you what is claim, claims are nothing but the information about the user. And this information can be your identity claims, can be your claims, can be your permission claim, can be some custom claims, or can be some security related claims. Clear? Clear?
Yep. Yep.
Now, now what I'm going to do in today's session, today basically I'm going to show you how to implement the claims management. Tomorrow I'm going to discuss how to manage the what I can say user claim, how to manage the role claim, and how to implement claim based, or you can say policy based authorization. That is what we are going to discuss tomorrow. So in now what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to create this claims management page. Okay, so let me, already I have developed that application right on my other project. So let me open that project and show you, then we'll see how to implement this thing. Okay, okay. So let me go ahead and log in. This is my testing project. I'm doing the research and R&D on this project, and then I'm showing the same thing on the on your system. So here you can see there is a button called claims. I menu comes claims. So this page I'm going to create. And here I'm going to show you what is the type of the claim, permission, value, what is the add role, add user, delete user, edit user, whatever. The claim value you can provide anything. And this claim, right, again, right, as you can see, there are two types of claims we are going to store. One is user claims, another one is role claims. So this claims, this particular claims what we created, does this apply to role? Does this apply to user? That what I'm going to discuss. Some of the claims also you can create, which is going to be applicable to both the role as well as to the user, right? So basically what exactly it means. So these claims, whatever we are going to create, they can be assigned directly to the user. They can be assigned to the role. They can also assign to both user and role. So that what this category is going to be described. This is the optional description whether the claim is active or not. If you want to edit the claim, you can edit. If you want to delete the claim, you can delete. If you want to add a new claim, you can also click on this one. So what is the claim type you can provide, claim value, what is the claim category, whether this claim description, this information you can provide. And here also you can edit the claim if you require. So this is the page that what we are going to develop. This is my search page. This is going to be right based on the category, right? Whatever the filter you want, you can apply. So now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create these three pages, and also I'm going to show you how we can manage the claim master data into a database table. So basically, in our existing identity database, we are going to create a claim master table, and inside that claim master table, I'm going to store these claim informations. Clear? Clear, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So first of
Yep.
all, what I need to do, I need to create one entity. So let me close this one. Okay. So where we need to create the model, within which folder? It needs to be created within the models folder. So go ahead and create a class file. So the class name is going to be claim master. So whatever all data we are going to store in the claim master table, So we need to store the primary key. What is the claim type? So it is a which type of claim particularly? It is a permission claim. What is the claim value? Whatever the value you want to store, like add user, edit user, delete role, delete user. Category, it can have some fixed value like role, user, and both. And then this is going to my description, is active, created on, and modified on. Clear? Clear, guys?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is going to be my claim master entity. And here, what is important, guys? Now, this claim type, claim value, and category, they must be unique. How you can do this thing? So this is going to my primary key. 100% this is UID is going to be unique. But apart from this, I want to make these three things unique. How I can do this thing?
Composite key.
Maybe we can make a component.
So if I want to mark this three field combination is going to be unique, then what is the solution?
Composite key.
What do you mean by component key?
Main component.
What
Unique
do you mean by
component.
so from the database point,
Combining two IDs, two components, like ID and claim type is
see,
one.
I'm not talking from the .NET application point of view. In database, if you want to manage the uniqueness of these three columns, then how you can do this thing? Do you have some idea? Anyone having any idea related to unique index, composite unique index? What do you mean by composite unique index?
Composite is combining two, where you
Composite
can.
index, composite unique index. So index means index. Composite means multiple columns. Based on the multiple columns, it is going to create a index. Unique composite index means based on multiple columns. Again, that combination of those column value is going to be unique. That is nothing but your composite unique index. That is what I'm creating here. I'm creating an index based on three columns, and it is going to be unique, and the name is this one. So basically the combination of these three column value can never be duplicated because I'm applying this unique index to. Clear?
Yes.
Right? So that is a very simple concept. Unique index, composite unique index. Now, so once this is done, next what I need to do? I need to modify my DB context class. Why I need to modify the DB context class? Can anybody tell me why? Because I need to add this claim master as a DB set property. So what I need to do, I need to go to my application DB context, and here what I need to do, I need to add my claim master entity. Clear? Clear or not?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once this is done, next what I need to do, like this one, like we have created some identity user seeder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a seeder, red claim seeder class. So whatever the master claim by default you want to store, you can store them. Yes, I'm going to provide the user interface to create a new claim. But again, right, for testing purpose, we need some dummy data. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this claim seeder static class, and inside this claim seeder static class, I'm going to provide some dummy claims information. So here, first of all, I'm checking, right, I'm creating the scope object, I'm getting the context object using the service provider. If in the context dot claims master, if at least one claim is there, I'm not going to write execute, or I'm not going to create these claims. And here you can see I'm creating a list of claims. So whatever the claim ID, that is UID, claim type, claim value, add, edit, delete user, add role, edit role, delete role. Here you can see view users, view roles, export report, manage claims. So all these things are there. You can add as many claims as per your requirement. There is no such restrictions. Then what I'm doing, whatever the claims value, I'm making sure that claim value is going to be unique. So this claim value, definitely it is going to be unique. And then I'm using this add range method so that in a single database call, all these insert statements are going to be executed in the database. So that is going to be my seeder class. That class I need to call from my which controller? Data seeding controller. I will show it that also. But before that, let us proceed and create the view models. For managing the claims, whatever all view models are required, let us proceed and create. So what I'm going to do is within the view models folder, let me go ahead and create a folder called claims. Inside these claims, whatever the view models are required to manage the claims, that what we need to create. First of all, claim list item view model. So in the index page, in the claims index page, all the claims information I need to display. So to hold individual claims information, I'm going to use this view model. So what is the claim ID, claim type, claim value, category, description, and ejective. Next, what I need to do, I need to create the claim create view model, which is basically used in the create view to create a new claim. So this is going to my create claim view model. So whatever the data required for creating a new claim, like claim type, claim value, category, these three, and optional description, that what I'm taking here to create a new claim. Clear? Clear or not?
Yes.
Right? And while in this case, this category option can be fixed with this one. So it can be user, role, or both. Apart from these three things, if you anything provided, this will give you some error. And these are the value that what we need to use as for our business requirement. Then claim edit view model. So what we need to do, I need to create one view model for editing the claims data. So this is going to be the view model. Here, the same field, whatever we have within the right claims view model. So whatever all fields we are going to achieve, we are going to include all these things plus additional two fields. See, while creating the claim, by default that a claim is going to be active. That is the reason why each active column is not there. But in the edit field, I'm going to include that each active column plus I'm going to include the ID column. So these two columns additionally is required along with the other columns which are required, right? Which we use at the time of creating a claim. So next what I need to do, right? Once this is done, then I need to create one claim service class, which is going to expose the method for managing the claims data. So within the services folder, what I need to do, I need to create one class file that name is going to be iClaim service. Guys, remember always whenever you are working with a real-time application, naming convention is very, very important. So that is the reason why you can see every time whatever the application I develop, always I give priority to the naming convention. So this is a get paged claim async method. So basically, based on the search criteria, based on the search and category, whatever all claims satisfied, those claims we need to return. Again, I'm using this paged result. And this page result we have already discussed. This is going to hold the list of items, total count, page number, page size, total pages, has previous page, has next page. So all these things are there. Then this is going to my get claim by ID. Based on the claim ID, it is going to retrieve the data. And this is going to be delete claims async method. So actually this get claim by ID method is not required in our application. So this is going to my delete claim async method. Mm, okay, now it is required. When it is going to be required at the time of updating the claim. So I thought there is no detail space, but yes, edit page is there. In the case of edit page, we need to get the claims information. So this is going to delete the claim. This is going to create a new claim, and this is going to update a new claim. So now let me go ahead and create the claim service implementation class. Again, within the same service folder, I'm going to create a class file. So this is going to be claim service. So all the business logic, validation logics, along with the data access logic, everything we are going to put inside this class. So let me go ahead. See, so maximum page size is 100. So maximum 100 records we want to return. So this is my get paged claim searching method based on the search conditions. It is going to filter the data. First of all, it is right, preparing the query, and here I'm using as queryable so that the query is just prepared, not executed. So if the search text box is provided, then I'm applying that search condition on the claim type, claim value. If description available, then also I'm applying on the description field. If category is provided, then I'm applying that category in the category column. Guys, remember this contents method, what exactly this contents method going to do? So what is the difference between contents method and equal operator?
Contains if it contains the value section for and equal is
I'm,
if they
I'm
are
asking, I'm asking in the database. So this query is going to be executed. What type of a query it is going to prepare? If I'm using contents, what type of a query? And if I'm using double equal, then what type of a query is going to be generated by framework?
Contains means like, double
Yes,
equal to means exact.
exactly. So contents means that like operator, and double equals mean full text search. So in this case, whatever the value you provided, that exact value it is going to check. In the case of a contents mean whatever the text you provided, if it contains in the any of the column, that is going to be satisfied. So this is for full text search. This is for SQL like syntax. So next, what I need to do, I need to fetch the total count. The same thing, whatever we are doing so many times. So again, here I'm retrieving all the claims data, right? Order by claim type, then by claim value. So this order by then by, right? You can also apply in the same line to make you understand that first filter, right? First order by this, then by this. So skip the page number and take the page size. So then, and again, whatever the data I want to retrieve, that data I'm projecting to this claim list item view model. And that list item view model, once it is created, then I'm returning this page result. If any exception, then it is going to return this error message. So this is get by claim ID method. Based on the claim ID, it is going to return the data from the database, and this is going to create a new claim. So first of all, the type value category. See, this is not required, but if you want to reduce the duplicate risk, right, based on the space and something kind of risk, so you can write. Otherwise, you can remove this thing. Not an issue. Right. So here, first of all, what I'm doing now, based on the combination of these three things. So as my intention, this type, value, and the category, that a combination must be unique. So I'm checking whether this combination is already exist in the database. If it is already, I need to return false. If not exist, create the claim instance and add that claims instance to the claims master collection, and then call the save changes method. So this is going to update the claim information. Again, same thing. First of all, we need to check whether this exists or not, duplicate exist. So in this case, I'm using this not operator, if not be exist. And then if it is, I mean, based on this not operator, if not exist, that's fine. If we exist, then in that case, I mean, so as I'm using this not operator, then if this data exists in the database, it will return false. If not exist, then it will return true. If not exist, then in that case, I'm going to return this, right, what I can say false. If we exist, then we are just updating the data and calling the save changes method. And delete case, we are not deleting the data permanently here. We are implementing the soft delete. Clear? Clear,
Yes,
guys?
clear.
Yep.
Next, what I need to do, I need to create my claims controller. Let me go ahead and create the controllers class here within the controllers folder. Okay, so this is going to my controller folder. Okay, so this is going to be my claims controller. So let me copy the code. Okay, so in the controller class as it is, we don't have any logic. What we have applied, now this claims controller can only be accessed by users who have admin role. So this is my index page. Uh, Here, right, whatever the uh, filtration condition, that what I'm storing here. This is going to create a new claim. when the data is submitted, it is going to call the create claim async method to create the claim. So this is the edit method. First of all, it will retrieve the claim information. Then it will show those claim information in the edit view. Once the data is updated and submitted, this edit post action method is going to handle the request. It is going to call this update claim async method. And this is the delete view where it is going to display the information with the options to ensure that you are going to delete this intentionally. And once the delete form is submitted, that data is going to be deleted by this delete confirm post action method. So these are the what I can say claims controller. This is my claims controller. Next, what I need to do? I need to create the required view. So let me start with the index view. So this is going to my index view. This is very simple. The way we are working with the users controller, roles controller, it is going to have the similar kind of a controller. So I'm right displaying this message, all categories, whatever the query request search parameter, whatever the data provided, that what I'm fetching from the query string. This is my filter, reset and add new claim button. I'm showing this right data, whatever the existing claim, whatever all claims are available based on the filter condition, whatever the data retrieved, those data I'm going to show in the table. And finally, in the button, I'm using the pager. And this pager we have already created. And to this pager, whatever the data required, total count, page number, page size. So this information we are passing. So the next one is our create view. So let me go to this controller and create this view. So this is similar. The way we are working with all the other views like a create, update, delete, the same thing is also here. So here also we are going to take the data. What is the claim type? What is the claim value? Which category this claim belongs to? Whether the claim is active. So in the case of this, active is not required. So active is there. Okay. So in this case, okay. So this is going to be my right uh, claim create view model, not the edit one. So this is okay. So let put that right each active button here also. Let it be there. Okay. So this is going to my create claim view model. So in this case also we need to use the same, and again in the implementation class we also need to go to claim service. Okay. Okay, fine. So now here you can see I'm taking the claim type, claim value, category is active and a description and this button. And here you can see some guidelines I have provided. Next, what I need to do. So there is a issue instead of edit view model, instead of create view model, I was using edit view model. So we have just correct the same thing. So now in the case of edit, let me first create the edit view. So this is going to my edit view. In the edit view, this is very similar to the create view, but again, here we are going to store the ID in the hidden field. So let me go ahead, and this is very similar, but only difference is here ID is going to be in the hidden field. So next one is going to be my delete view. Let me go ahead and create this delete view. The delete view is basically going to delete the, I mean, in this case, we are implementing the soft delete. So first of all, we have provided one checkbox. So you have to accept the checkbox until and unless you have not accepted the checkbox. This yes delete button is not going to be enabled. Once you select, then this is going to be enabled, and you can delete the role. So after this thing, next what I need to do, I need to add one link, and that link is going to be for the claims, right? So basically, if you go to the layout page, where is the layout page? So once the admin role, for the admin, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add this one. So for the admin user, I'm going to enable this claims view. Next, what I need to do, I need to register the service into the program.cs class file. So go to the program.cs class file, register the claim service. Once this is done, next what I need to do, I need to create one endpoint to initialize the seed claim. So we have already having this data shading controller. Within this controller, add this one. So this is going to shed the dummy data. And here you can see this is one what type of a controller. This is the API controller. So in the API controller means I need to invoke this endpoint to initialize the dummy seed class. I mean dummy claim information, dummy claims. So next what I need to do, I need to write, as we are doing the database, I mean we are creating some entity and modifying the DB context class. So what we need to do, we need to generate the migration file. So how many migration files generated? MIG1 and 2. So next what I'm going to do is add migration MIG3. Okay, then we need to update the database. Now with these changes, now you should see that a claim master table. So this is going to my claim master table. Currently there is no data. So what I need to do, I need to initialize the data. So for this purpose, what I need to do, within the seed master table, I mean in the dataset controller class, we are having this seed dummy claims endpoint. So that endpoint I need to invoke. 7049 is the port number. 7049. So we need to make a post request. They invoke this endpoint. So go ahead, run the open postman, and invoke this one. So dummy claims have been submitted. So now if you run, you will see all the claims have been there. So with these changes also, now we can also write what I can say, manage the claims information. So currently you can see login. So I'm going to log in with the Pranay Kumar 777. For Pranay Kumar 777, that claims will not be visible. Why? Because the role is manager. So now if I log out and log in with the Pranay Kumar 7, so for this user, that claims option is going to be visual. Why? Because this user having the admin role. So here you can see all the claims showing. So both claims you want to see, these are the roles claims which is applicable to both. Now you want to add a claim. For example, I want to create one uh, manage manage reports. Okay, now this claim type is always going to be permissions. That claim type is permission. Claim value is this one. Let's say it is for both active. Manage reports for admin and a manager. and here click on the save button. See that claims created. So now go with the both options. So you can see that role is created. You want to update? Yes, I want to update. I want to change this to user claim. So now go ahead and check the user claims. So you can see this is there. Now I want to delete this claim. Okay, go ahead. See this button is disabled. So once I select this, this is going to be deleted. Now if you see the user claim, so this is available, but in this case it is inactive. So why this is inactive? Because we have implemented soft delete. Clear, right?
Yes,
Yes.
clear.
Clear.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yep.
this is about our claims management. So tomorrow, three things we are going to discuss. First of all, we'll discuss how to manage the claims. I mean, user claims. How to manage the right. For example, right. I have already discussed the same thing. Let me show you this thing.
Tomorrow is Sunday. Sunday or Monday? What do you mean?
Tomorrow only. So
Okay.
I'm saying
Okay.
tomorrow means Sunday because I have to complete the syllabus, right? The new full stack .NET development course is going to start from 3rd of September. Before that, I need to complete the syllabus.
Yeah, that's
So
fine. That's fine. It's okay.
this is going to be my right. So basically, if you see, this is my users. So here you can see in the details, not only whatever the roles the user is assigned, we are adding one section called claims. So these are the claims the user is assigned with. And here also you can write enhance and write dynamically you can decide whichever claims the user should have, whichever claims right the user should not have. So that's what you can manage. Similarly, right, if you go to this one, so this claims button is there. Similarly for the roles, you can see that manage claims button is there. So here also you can check whatever the claims the user should have, should not have. And once you go to the details page, in the details page also it is showing whatever the claims this user is assigned with and whoever the user. And all these user means they are not only assigning with this admin role, but also they are assigned with this roles claim. So, or and then how you can use this thing to implement claims based or policy based authorization. That what also we are going to discuss in tomorrow's session. Clear?
Yep. Thank you very much. Thank you.